Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick, and with me this week is Gameface. Say hello to the people, Gameface.
I'm so uncontrollably excited!
And you sound it. Also with us this week is Teabag. Say hello to the people, Teabag.
Hello.
Hi.
Good day.
You have nice boobs.
You got nice tits.
Oh,
shit. Okay, we got a new mic this week that we're trying out. I think the sound quality will ultimately wind up being better, but this thing is not as loud as the mics that we have used in the past. But I can't imagine the sound quality not being better because this is a much better. Damn it! Who's that?
it's a poll.
Damn it!
Well, hang on. That means we gotta put him on the show.
Yeah.
Tradition.
Fail.
Hey.
Playa.
What
Hey,
up?
Paul.
Hi, guys. Hey, please don't forget around 10:30, 10:45 to grab passes.
Okay, just so you know, you're on the show.
Oh, very nice. I'm on this show.
Yeah.
On the show.
For like the first time
I'm on this
ever.
show. Would this be like that gay porn star about Ron Jeremy sucking his own dick show? Is that the one?
You know it.
No.
Very
See,
nice.
Jason's not here.
Or is this the Towelhead Hour?
Again, Jason's not here.
Yeah.
We did, however, decide though that if Jason were a Spice Girl, his name would be Kosher Spice.
Yeah, definitely. Or Fag
I
Spice.
thought it would have been like Teach Space Soul. Or
What?
The Butt Invader.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a good game, from what I heard. I don't know. I've been told.
I'm
I'll talk to you guys
confused.
later.
Okay, catch you later.
Bye.
That was our roommate Paul reminding us to go get the annoying one.
The one who is annoying.
Yes, the annoying one.
Whose name is the terrible? Whose name is unbearable? Whose name is inaccessible?
I have no idea where you're going with that.
It's from Help. You know, the Beatles
Help?
movie.
Oh. Paul. Paul.
So I was on my new Minecraft server the other day, and I found a place in a desert where the Crispball had just written the word "harp" in wood, like carved it into the desert. And I was like, wow.
I hope they didn't find my castle and like grief the shit out of it. That would piss me off. I spent like a week building that freaking castle. I'm proud of that castle.
We did the ultimate in griefing. It's the griefing that cannot be undone, no matter how much time is spent. We can't talk about it though. It's just the ultimate in grief.
So you encased it in spunk?
No, we didn't mess with anything. Not anything at all.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
Are you talking about what we did to Tim
Yeah.
with the signs?
No, that was...
V sign?
No. Don't you remember what we did?
When you
I
you built an
remember when
upside down staircase on
That
Tim's
was
thing.
on top of Tim's staircase.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Don't yell at me, Tim, because you're half the problem.
It's not a wall of dirt, Tim. It's not a wall. It's an inverted staircase. So if you want to complain about a wall, you built the initial staircase, so you're half of the problem, Tim.
That
He was in the
was funny.
hospital tonight.
Yeah, Tim's in the hospital.
So we're making
that
fun
was
of
rude.
him. No, it's in all seriousness, Tim, get well, man.
Get well, Tim.
Respiratory issues.
Yeah, that's the reason he's not joining us tonight, I
He's
believe.
actually going to be here, I think.
I think so. Eric wanted to join us as well, but he just recently started a new semester of school, so he is busy and swamped with homework right now. Fun. But we got Tom for you guys, so enjoy Tom.
There's no better third prize in this world.
I wasn't trying to say that you were third place.
It's okay, you can do worse than third place. And if I have to be
I'm
third
pulling
place...
these out for cracking. You guys want to tell them what we're drinking?
PBR!
For the Kraken!
Oh, look at that! Look at that waveform. That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
See this right here? That's us cracking.
It looks like a block. All of our waveforms look like blocks. This is like
that. The one that I pointed at was us cracking the this. Yes, the this.
the this. Great.
I like this new microphone. Thanks,
Yeah,
Chris
you
Ball.
because you got it like pointed right. You're right on the hot seat.
Well, first of all, we need to thank the Chris Ball for the new microphone.
Yes.
So,
All hail the Chris Ball.
all hail the Chris Ball for the new microphone. He asked if we'd recorded anything with it yet, but we were going to, and then Billy fagged out.
Oh yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to look through the pop filter because it looks kind of like a magnifying glass.
It's not a magnifying glass; it's a pop filter.
Well, I'm moving it out of the way because if I don't get a pop filter, no one gets a pop filter.
Your mom's a pop filter.
We should get 3 of these, and they'd be different shapes, and we could call them the Snap, Crackle, and Pop filters, respectively.
I bet that's the first time anyone has ever said that.
I'll bet it is. I'll bet it really is.
Toucan, son of Sam. Toucan, son of Sam.
Yeah, I was going to say something. Oh, Tom, so tell us about... You want to tell us about your adventures on Reddit today?
Yeah, yes I do, actually.
Unusual for Tom to say anything political, but this is kind of funny.
Okay, so I was on Reddit today, and the president did an AMA, which is an Ask Me Anything. They'll just get on and you ask them questions and they'll answer them. And he was only doing it for a half an hour. And it was like the most staged thing. But everyone got super excited about it. Like, you could tell... First of all, there are 1,500 questions asked. How is he going to, like, pick and read... Is he going to read all of them and pick and choose which he's going to read? No. It was like... They're probably just some interns at the White House who are also on Reddit that are asking questions, and he's filtering them and answering them just to get his political agenda across. And people are fucking eating it up. I just don't get it.
People want to love Obama. Like everything Obama does, he's going to have people that praise the shit out of him. Obama took a shit. Yay!
He's like a celebrity. He's the celebrity president. I seem to remember him dancing on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
No, you know who was the
elected.
celebrity president? Ronald Reagan.
True.
See what I went there?
Yeah, but that kind of went the other way around because he was a celebrity before he was a president.
That's how he became a celebrity president.
Aren't you glad Donald Trump isn't running anymore?
Donald Trump?
Donald
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah,
People,
I'm
has
glad
everyone
Donald
just-
Trump isn't running anymore, yes.
Has everyone just forgotten about that? This was a shit show of an election, like, just a couple months ago. It's a shit show now. This is horrible. Everyone, just don't vote. Nobody vote.
Freaking Mitt Romney looks like a clone of Joe Biden, I swear. I think
Except
it's
not quite as old. He doesn't look quite as old as Joe Biden does.
Joe Biden looks like a slightly older version of Romney. It's bizarre.
Yeah, he kind of does. Well, like Joe Biden has like more like white hair or whatever.
Slightly receding hairline.
And Mitt Romney has like
Doesn't-
gray and black
Doesn't
hair.
Joe Biden wear like hair plugs or something?
I have no idea.
I haven't seen that guy. He's been in the office 4 years. It's been 4 years since I've seen him.
That's a typical vice president, though.
Cheney wasn't like that.
To quote,
Cheney was freaking scary.
to quote the nostalgia critic, that's all vice president does. They sit around and hold out for president, right?
Oh yeah.
I was kind of holding out for president. Well, that's all vice president does.
Oh, I can go with that.
Now, we do have topics that we do need to get to.
Oh my God.
9.5 minutes in at this point.
Topics. Games.
I'd rather have tacos.
Why don't we have tacos? Probably because Turnbull is not here.
Last
Yeah.
taco night.
He insists on going out for tacos like every time that he's here.
That's an everyday thing though.
Yeah.
Well, you went for tacos with him today, didn't you?
He came with
did.
us to get tacos the one time we drove Timmy car, and which now smells like an olive for some reason.
It does. He's ruined the Alex Mobile.
No, Turnbull wants to rig it up so like completely refurbish the inside and the powertrain, but leave the outside looking like crap and rig it so it only plays ska. That just seems so appropriate. Anyway, so no, we went to the Taco Bell, and it was me and Josh and Joystick and the Chris Ball. And
You just said me and Josh in a manner of speaking.
yeah, I know. It reworded my words.
It was me, Game Face, and the Chris Ball all going to Taco Bell in Slacker Chan's car.
And Slacker Chan's... Thank you. And Slacker Chan's Timmy car. And,
Which we kick every time we see it.
Of course, because it's Timmy car.
It's just logical.
And, they start talking... The cashier starts talking about the benefits you get for working at Taco Bell, and it's like, you get a food card that's, like, rechargeable, and the meals roll over, and it's like... It's just a perk to working there, is you basically just get, like, a free taco card. And Turnbaugh, who's does tech support for the state now, is like, I'm weighing my costs and benefits and trying to figure out if it would be worth it for me to just work at Taco Bell instead.
He was like, Josh, if you get a job working at Taco Bell, I will come visit you every day. That's what he told me.
For all time. Ever.
And Jason's gay.
Gay.
Was it?
Gay.
Wait, was it you that asked if Jason was gay a few days ago? And I was like, no, we just call him that because he's gay.
Yeah, probably. I don't think Jason's gay because he was really hitting on that girl hard.
He's very, very muchly not gay.
He's not gay. We just call him gay because we decided that anytime he's not here, he's gay. But the thing about that though is, anytime he is here, all we do is call him gay.
Well, I'm lost. Let's start out the topics.
Okay. On Live is in a heap of trouble. They haven't been shut down officially yet, but they went bankrupt. Another company whose name was not given out in the article hired them, and their operations will continue for the time being at least. So, while they have a good idea with this minimalist computer can play the top-notch games because they're on someone else's server and they're streaming to your computer thing.
Way to go! You just managed to thump the microphone with your hand behind a pop filter and in a squirrel cage, and you still smack the freaking microphone with your hand.
Make the sound quality sound horrible.
That's the only way that you could possibly get noise through all these layers of defense is by beating your fist into it. And you did it. Way to go! Congratulations.
Well, you moved the pop mic out. You moved the pop filter out of the way, and you got a text message from Isla.
Is this really called a squirrel cage, Alex?
Something cage. Rabbit cage.
Oh, okay.
David Cage. You guys don't know who that is, do you?
Johnny Cage.
Yeah, Johnny Cage. We'll go with that.
This is a video
Johnny
gaming
Cage.
podcast.
Well, see, that's why I thought of David Cage. You know Heavy Rain?
No.
Do you know Indigo Prophecy?
I do know Heavy Rain. That's the game where you... Yes.
Yes.
I'm aware.
Fahrenheit
Okay,
in Europe.
he created Indigo Prophecy and Heavy Rain. That's David Cage.
That's very
Nicolas
obscure.
Cage.
He's very French.
We're all French. So what's the topic again?
Okay,
OnLive.
so OnLive is in a heap of trouble, and another company bought them out. The article did not say what company it was that bought them out, but they went bankrupt, and their operations are continuing at least for the time being. Most of the people who worked at OnLive had to quit when they went bankrupt, and most of them were rehired when they got bought out by another company. But it's looking like we might not see OnLive for too much longer. Now, I personally think it was kind of a cool and unique idea. Are you familiar with OnLive?
Yes.
Are you familiar with OnLive?
Yep, read about it in Popular Science. Science!
Apparently it's not popular.
Dang.
Because it went bankrupt. Maybe they usually don't have a million people, not even, they supposedly have over 1 million subscribers, but they don't have anywhere near that many actually using the service at any given time.
Not enough user density.
Yeah, basically.
Or user
Same
destiny.
basic problem that Star Wars The Old Republic for PCs is having, and they just went free to play to try to solve their problems, and it's like they're doing the whole freemium thing where it's like...
Freemium?
It's a term...
That's a stupid term.
Yeah, it's like... In order to... It's like you get so much of the game for free, and it gives you a good, big taste of what it's like. And if you want to, like let's say you want to have more than, I don't know, 2 or 3 characters going on, you have to pay to have that or something like that. Like I actually play every once in a while one freemium MMO, and that's DC Universe Online, and I've got a villain character named Dr. Delirium. I showed him to you.
Oh yeah.
Did I play on there? And if I want to create a second character that's like a hero or something,
And it could be Dr. Octopus.
I have to like pay to do that. Other than that, I can play the game for free. There's other things like freemium content and what, like
Isn't that kind of
extra
like
mission packs and stuff.
Isn't that kind of like what shareware was?
Yeah, it's basically an adaptation of shareware.
Shareware.
And I think it's kind of a good idea. Like, when done right, I think it's a good idea. But it's so easy to screw people over on this thing. And they commonly do it on the iPhone. Like they'll have these games where you have to collect money in-game to progress further in the game. But in order to collect enough money, it takes like weeks of work to progress one level, you know?
So it's like hide glide.
Yeah, kind of like that. Or you can just straight up pay for it and progress that way. And I think that's just swindling people, you know?
Yeah.
But like the free-to-play model that DC...
Or it's them saying, work for it, fatty! Work for it, fatty!
But the free-to-play model that is used by DC Universe Online, I think that's a good idea, because that's like, okay, you can download the game. You can play it, you can have your character, you can enjoy it. Most of the content's available to you. If you enjoy it enough, there are these extra missions that you can pay for. If you want a second character, you can pay for that. So it's not like you can't play the game hardly at all, and you can barely progress through it at an incredibly slow and painful pace unless you pay for it, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know what to say about online, because they can't really do something like that, because they would just lose fuck tons of money on all the games that they got available on it. They just like, okay, you're free to subscribe, you can have this many games for free.
PlayStation does that, don't they? Is that what you're talking about right now?
No,
Still
online.
online.
Oh.
Same thing.
Well, PlayStation has that one service.
Are you talking about PlayStation Plus?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where they...
I know what you're talking about. And if you sign up for PlayStation Plus, and it gives you money off of some games and other games for free, and it's like a monthly fee to be able to get that. Mm-hmm. And they gave away a month of it, and after Sony got hacked, they're like, here, have a free month of PlayStation Plus, download the free games, enjoy it. So I did.
Yeah.
And for about a month, I played the shit out of Streets of Rage 2 on my PlayStation 3.
Nice.
It was awesome.
And when you beat it, did you go, fuck love?
I didn't beat it.
Fag.
You're a fag.
You're fag.
You're a fag, because you
really
didn't play
gotta-
with me. That game.
Fag!
You could have played Streets of Rage with
You know,
me.
you realize what... Never mind. Okay.
You could have played Streets of Rage with me, homo.
You just spoke fag.
You got another text message from Izzle.
Izzle. I got a text message from Izzle. Yeah, you really gotta play the Streets of Rage games co-op. You can't...
I mean,
you
they're
can't really
fun
go
by
alone.
themselves, but like...
It's just not the same.
You know what I want to get?
Especially
is
Streets
Final
of Rage
Fight
3.
CD.
Especially Streets of Rage 3 with that bulldozer scene. Final Fight? Never played Final Fight.
You know
I'd
what
like
I
to
missed
play
about?
Final
You know what I
Fight.
missed in Streets of Rage 2?
Your mom?
Was the super moves or whatever from Streets of Rage 1, where you just like hit the button and then a cop car drives out and
My mom
bombs the
is
shit
not-
out of everything.
My mom is not a beat 'em up.
Your mom is not a beat 'em up.
Yeah, they didn't do that in 3 either.
That was like the coolest thing. That was like the coolest
they have
feature.
These tiny
of-
little specials in 2 and 3 that you don't even know that you did.
It was like the coolest feature of Streets of Rage 1 was the police cars bombing the shit out of everything. And like 3 different characters, and each one of them had a different thing where the police car would drive up and do something. It was cool. I liked Streets of Rage. I want to get Final Fight CD. the version of Final Fight that's got the co-op play, and the CD quality music, and the bad voice acting.
All better.
Bad voice acting.
Yeah.
It was very, very wooden. But back then, in 1993 or whatever, just having a game with voice acting was mind-blowing in and of itself.
Was there voice acting in there?
In the Streets of Rage for the Sega CD?
Oh.
Not Streets of Rage, Final Fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
There was voice acting in the Final Fight version of the Sega CD version of Final Fight.
Oh, good. Good.
It was bad, but it was there.
Hmm.
Okay. Kind of a sad little note. Nintendo Power, after 20-something years of production, is shutting down. We're losing Nintendo Power, and I don't think it has as much purpose nowadays as it did back in the 90s or whatever.
Because of the internet?
Well, that too, but I was going to say because Nintendo's not pushing big time to compete with the other two for hardcore games and stuff like that, like they did back in the Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo days, where they were all about fuck Sega, buy our shit. Fuck PlayStation, buy our shit.
I remember those days.
And it was like a war that lasted 10 fucking years. Them just battling it out. And Nintendo Power definitely had a place and a purpose back then. Nowadays that they're not really doing that, I don't know that it has much of a purpose.
Yeah.
Nintendo does what Sega don't.
But it's still kind of, it's still kind of sad to think that a world without Nintendo Power. Can you imagine a world without Nintendo Power at this
I've
point?
always lived in a world without Nintendo Power.
Yeah, same here.
I haven't subscribed to it since the Nintendo 64 days,
I'm
I
not
gotta
sure
be honest.
I'm not sure I ever picked one up, to be honest.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it was a cool fucking... It really was a good magazine back in the day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I can't speak for it nowadays.
I mean, I have never, ever, ever even touched a Nintendo Power.
So here's the thing, is I was kind of a closet gamer as a kid. I was like a non-gamer who loved video games. Yeah, I know. I figured that one out. I guess I was just repressed. The reference I made, Sega, Nintendo does what Sega don't. What was it the nerd said in that one? He did that thing where he defended the NES because of stickers and stuff that it came
Yeah, he had a video of him as a kid.
He had the nerd actually released a video. It was basically a review that he did when he was 8.
There was it was a response to the period of time in 89 or whatever when the Sega Genesis had come out, and it was obviously quite a bit more powerful than the original Nintendo, but the Super Nintendo wasn't out yet. Mm-hmm. So they had this saying Sega does what Nintendo don't or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was he had recorded a video when he was 8 or 7 or something of him making a video response to that, basically.
Yeah.
Saying, yeah, you think, does Sega do this? No, what about this? No, and he was talking about stickers on his controller that he still uses that same controller in his Angry Video Game Nerd reviews today and stuff like that.
Basically saying that it was really funny because he was 8 years old and doing a review, but it was basically saying that Nintendo NES was better than Genesis because it had more games and cooler merchandise.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Which it did. I think it did ultimately have more games.
Yeah.
But
and
more awesomer games.
The original Nintendo was the number one selling video game console of all time until the PlayStation 2 rolled around and just blew everything out of the water. The Wii hasn't caught up to it yet. That's how well the PlayStation 2 sold. And the Wii...
Whoa.
I mean, there were just years where you just couldn't buy a Wii because everybody else already did, you know?
Yeah.
That went on for 3 years. But it's kind of sad to see Nintendo Power go because they've been such a mainstay of Nintendo for so freaking. I mean, I think their very first. I think their very first issue, like the cover story, was fucking Mario 2 or something like that. That's how long.
Like Legend of Zelda.
No, it was Mario. I know it was Mario because they got Mario's collars wrong on the cover of it. Hey, dude, I should show it to you. It's just like, how did you screw that up?
You
well, they might
dumb
have been
fucks.
They might have been going by like the old, like arcade Mario colors. Which were
Mario
different.
was in blue.
Yeah, like if you ever look at like the Atari packaging for the Atari version of Mario, it's like that Atario. Ew.
It's so weird nowadays to think about Mario
a Mario Atari game. Yeah, they exist.
But yeah, they do exist because obviously Donkey Kong came out before Nintendo had their own console, and that was a pretty big deal.
Unless you count the CG6 or whatever it was called, the Pong console they had, but that doesn't count.
No.
Well, they also had an arcade game that was like a light gun. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a light gun game that was in the 70s.
Duck Hunt?
No, Duck Hunt was later. But fuck, I don't remember what.
The past is Duck Hunt. The future is Duck Hunt. The only thing is Duck Hunt.
There is only Duck Hunt. There can only be Duck Hunt.
In a world of isolation and complete destruction, there is only Duck Hunt.
Is that from something?
No.
I really hate that dog though.
Everybody tried to shoot the dog and it never worked.
Never worked. Dog is bulletproof.
But the dog is bulletproof. Like, you'd have like one shot left and you try to use it on the dog and it wouldn't work. You get like right up to the TV and be like, ugh, sticking it literally against the glass. And then you pull the trigger right when the dog popped up. And it wouldn't work. And you'd be like, stupid fucking smirking at me, laughing at me when I miss. Dog, I fucking hate you. I'm gonna kill you someday. But that day never came.
Because they never needed to make a Duck Hunt 2.
They did make Duck Doom.
What's that?
Duck Hunt with the guns from Doom.
That's funny.
It's like, as you progress level to level, you get more and more guns from Doom. You get like the BFG and it instantly kills all the ducks on the screen.
Is it like a new thing that they've done for the Wii?
No, it was like a PC mod, or it was a PC mod that they did.
Oh, that's funny.
It was pretty funny. And instead of the dog, it was like an imp pops up holding the bird.
Yeah.
From Doom. Yeah, it was pretty great. You guys want to move on?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Valve is adding
Valve is adding
an option to Steam called Big Picture Mode that optimizes Steam to be used on your TV instead of your computer.
Huh? So it dumbs down the graphics.
No, it doesn't dumb down the graphics. It'll do things like make text larger. They can view it on your TV screen from your bed easier and stuff like that.
So it dumbs down the text graphics.
Kind of.
LOL.
They said they're doing this because it makes sense for some games to be played with a controller instead of a keyboard, and I'm sure that this statement alone pissed off PC gaming fanboys all over the world.
Yeah.
Although I think they're right.
I was going to say something, I forget what it is.
Like, I think a 3D platformer, for instance, would be better played with a more precise analog stick than with a keyboard, you know?
Well, that's what the mouse is for, but I just remembered my one friend, my homie out in Newville, he got a freaking, a PlayStation 3, and he had it hooked up to like this late 80s. That's all he had it hooked up to the late 80s. That's all I really have to say. It was like a 13-inch monitor, not even a TV.
I was going to say, did it have knobs?
I think it had knobs. But it was like white plastic, and it was like one of those TVs that only had like the AV composite cable inputs. and the color balance was way off, so everything was like all redded out, and he was freaking playing PlayStation 3 on it. That's actually hilarious.
Who doesn't get a TV since the late 80s? Come on.
I know.
Can you imagine find a way to hook up a PlayStation through to one of those old green monitors?
I've
where
seen
everything
Doom.
was green.
I've seen Doom played on an oscilloscope.
What's an oscilloscope?
It's kind of like an ocelot, except you see more. No. An oscilloscope is one of those things that's like got the round screen, and it's got like the beam that goes across it that goes like
Yeah.
a cardiogram.
Yeah.
Well, they had it rigged up so that the beam was like actually tracing a whole screen, so it was like a black and green rendition of Doom
Really?
on this little
With
round
just like
screen.
one line.
Well, yeah, because that's when you turn on a TV, it's only displaying one line at a time.
Yeah.
It's just going real fast in a squared pattern.
Right.
Seems like it might give you a headache trying to play a game like Doom on that thing you just described.
It would actually be smoother. Just
You know
black
what?
and white.
You know what? The very first video game, Tennis for Two,
It was played on an oscilloscope.
was played on a radar.
Oscilloscope.
I read a radar.
You read wrong.
You read wrong.
It was a radar display, yeah, but a radar display is an oscilloscope.
See, there you go. I'm right. So shut up.
You shut up.
Shut up.
Give me a beer, woman.
You're a woman. You are the woman, Squeezegar.
You're the beer wench. So,
Shut up, Squeezegar.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw this at your head if you don't.
Is it hot? Is it because there's three of us and a dog?
I don't think it's hot in here.
There's a dog in the room, by the way.
So does that make it hot in here?
Yeah,
or
we have a dog
cold?
now. Her name's Piper.
She's a little black Pomeranian. She looks like a little black fox.
She's cute.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So I must say though that I actually kind of agree with Valve in that sometimes like let's take fighting games for example. I think fighting games were specifically designed to be played with a D-pad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they would be better, much
you can't
better.
do that up for jump with an analog stick.
Or I'm not saying
With a
over an
keyboard.
analog stick. I'm saying over a keyboard.
A keyboard and a mouse.
Oh.
I think it would be better on a either fucking what are they called? The arcade joystick things that you
Yeah.
can buy,
Yeah.
or a controller with a D-pad. So I think Valve has a point in saying that some games are just better designed for that. And there are fighting games on it. I know Street Fighter. There's a PC version of Street Fighter 4 on Steam. Oh, who's calling
Can
me
we
now?
pause? Let's pause.
Yeah, let's pause.
Anyway, yeah, we're back. I think Valve does have a point, and I think this is kind of a cool idea to be able to play your list of Steam games from your TV as opposed to your. I'm sure they'll just have like a list of HD settings that you can select for resolution because that's usually what it is on a TV. And I think it's actually kind of a cool thing that they're adding to Steam. I've got a fairly large list of Steam games. I probably got 15, 20 games on Steam. Almost all of which I actually bought at a store. The rest of them were like, oh, you bought that? Well, here, have this for free. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never actually bought a video game like online and having to download it, you know? I've never done that before. And I don't plan to. So, Neo Geo is releasing a new handheld.
There we go! Transition into that really smoothly.
Neo Geo.
4 bright buttons and 2 joysticks.
Stop!
Okay, Neo Geo's...
That's awesome.
Yeah, Neo Geo is making a new handheld.
And I'm not even a big Neo Geo fan, but this thing looks really cool.
It's
Yeah.
$199. It
How
comes
it's
with
how much?
$199.
Okay.
$200. basically.
200. It's 200.
Thank you, Josh.
Anyway, and it comes with 20 games loaded on it automatically. So you get it, you get 20 games. I could probably look up a list of games.
Are they Neo Geo games?
Well, obviously.
So they're games that have been made before.
Yeah, it'll be stuff like Metal Slug, Samurai Showdown,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Will they have the game where you play as an adventurer whose only weapon is a yo-yo? Do you remember that game? Because it existed.
Wait, are you talking about Adventure Island?
I don't know. Probably not.
It sounds familiar. I think I know what you're talking about.
It was a side-scrolling platformer. It was like Metal Slug, but you had a yo-yo instead of a gun, and you can get different yo-yo upgrades. Super fun.
I can't say it sounds familiar, but I cannot say I've played it.
Ugh.
That does sound amazing.
It's really good. You should look it up.
What did it just do?
Everyone should look it up.
You killed my phone, Joshua.
I plugged it in. You asked me to plug it in.
I know, my phone sucks like that.
Everyone
vacuum.
Everyone
Sucks like
look
a ghost
up
vacuum.
the yo-yo game, and somebody get back to me about it.
Throw my yo-yo, baby.
Anyway, it's called. Comes with 20 games loaded on it. It's called the Neo Geo X, and this
Creative.
thing looks awesome. And Neo Geo makes good stuff. I can tell you this from personal experience, because I have a Neo Geo Pocket Collar, and the thing is awesome.
What's that?
It was their first handheld system. It was a 16-bit thing. They put a lot of side scrollers on it, and it had like a joystick and 2 buttons on it.
Mm-hmm.
And
2 right buttons and 1 joystick.
And like they had some really cool games with, and they had connectivity with it between it and the Dreamcast. Kind of like how the Game Boy Advance had connectivity between it and the GameCube.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of like that, but pre-GameCube, obviously. And I really like mine. It's would you stop that?
I'm swinging around the dust filter.
I've only got 2 games for it. Unfortunately, I've got Pac-Man, which is always classic. You can't go wrong with Pac-Man.
No. Even for a
And then I've got Capcom vs. SNK, Match of the Millennium, which is a, like, kind of a downgraded version of the arcade version of it, but it's still a very, very good fighter and a lot of fun, and I used to take it to class with me and play it while not paying attention to the teacher.
Right.
Yeah, I did that. I shouldn't have done that, but I did that anyway. I enjoyed it. I'd like have it under the desk,
Cheers.
you know, under the desk, like playing it, and the teacher would be like, "Josh, what? Do you know the answer
Yes.
to what?"
He didn't. He didn't know the answer.
That's the moral of the story.
Well, I used to know a guy who would never pay attention in class, and anytime the teacher asked him what the answer was, he would just look up and shout some random thing. Like, the very first time he did it, it cracked me the fuck up. I don't remember what the teacher asked him, but he looked up and he was like, Bermuda Triangle.
Nice.
The teacher's like confused as crap, like, wait, what? It was great.
Yeah, I used to do stuff like that.
I did one time tell my teacher that I couldn't take written tests because they were against my religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
The best cop out I ever saw was this kid. Okay, like you know how like you'll see on the web sometimes pictures of like tests that kids took and they botched something, but they did it intentionally because they didn't know what else to say.
Yeah.
And they got out of it by just being freaking hilarious. I saw one. It was a math word problem. You know how those go.
Because there's a bear in the way?
Yeah, the kid drew a giant black bear over top of the whole page and like scribbled it in with black ink. And then at the very bottom wrote, "I'm sorry, teacher, I can't answer this question. There's a bear in the way."
I saw one that was like it was asking this math question like, she has so many apples and someone takes apples away from her and she has so many apples left or whatever, and why is she wrong or something like that.
Yeah,
and
because she's a woman.
Because she's a woman. Anyway, so yeah, Neo Geo, they make good stuff. I've experienced it firsthand. The Neo Geo Pocket Collar has never personally given me any trouble at all, and I've thoroughly enjoyed playing games on it. I really want to get some other games for it, my friend had one that was like an RPG where it was kind of like Pokemon, where you could collect and level things, but what you were collecting and leveling was different kinds of robots, and you could upgrade the robots with different parts and stuff like that. And I always wanted to play that, but for the life of me, I can't remember what it was called. But it sounded awesome, and I always wanted to give that one a try. I don't know what all the list of games that this thing has on it.
I actually came up with a game like that way back in high school. Didn't realize it had been done. I shall now cut off a limb.
That sounds painful.
What's the next topic?
Wait, you didn't say your limb.
True. What's the next topic?
Okay, last topic.
Last topic!
Sony
We have 20 minutes to talk about this one thing!
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh my god!
We can always go into overtime.
Okay, Sony is taking so long with The Last Guardian that the copyright for the damn thing has run out, which caused fans of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus to panic, thinking that it was canceled. Sony has reaffirmed once again that the team is still working very hard on the game. Wait, we still got one more topic after this.
Thank God. Yeah.
Respect.
So, now, Sony really is taking a long freaking time to do. I mean, they probably announced this game 4 years ago now, I think, and that's kind of ridiculous.
Which game is this?
The Last Guardian. It's
Oh.
from the same group of people that did Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, both of which I think are awesome and amazing games. And at this point, it's been like more than a year since they released Ico and Shadow of the Colossus in HD collection to hype people for this game. So, the game that they released to hype people for this game, the hype for that has all completely died down because it was released a year ago. And this one, we still haven't even seen a gameplay trailer for it. That's just sad. We don't know what the gameplay is going to look like. We just know what the graphics are going to look like. And they are gorgeous.
And then Dean died.
Yeah, this
is a boring topic. Let's go on to the
what
next
are we doing
one.
with that one?
Your mom's a boring topic.
She
Your
is
mom's
not.
a first-person shooter.
Your mom is Silver Fox.
You got me there.
Just ask the Turnball.
That's what the Chris Ball calls my mom, Silver Fox.
Silver Fox.
Have you seen
Alex's
Boy.
mom?
Yeah, have you seen Grandma's Boy?
Oh, yes.
It's a reference to that movie.
Okay. Because I've seen both Grandma's Boy and Alex's mom.
You remember the guy
Yes,
in that
we
movie
remember.
that did the old lady?
He had
Jeff
sex with the old lady.
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
He called her Silver Fox.
She was. That was the hottest old lady.
Well, yeah, relatively speaking, yeah.
To old ladies, right.
Yeah.
So, when Chris Ball calls his mom Silver
I've made the
Fox-
connection. I get it.
Okay.
You're from space.
We have
made contact.
I caught on.
You are from space, Alex.
Space. No, I am not!
You are the woman squeeze car.
Moving on.
are a woman squeeze card. Okay.
We only have one other topic left.
Besides that other one?
Besides the one that I just talked about, the
it
Last Guardian.
It was so boring I forgot about it already.
I'm actually really looking forward to The Last Guardian. I
don't
hope
know anything
no one...
about it. I've never played Ico, and Shadow of the Colossus is awesome, but it's so old.
Yeah.
I remember Andrew McCleave hung up on his girlfriend to play it once.
Okay, there has to be an interesting story behind that.
No, it
Doesn't
wasn't
seem
really
like
his
it.
girlfriend. We all thought it was. It was when he was dating Jess, a kind of punk girl who kind of looked like a cactus.
Wait, is Jess the girl that he...
That threw a mug at him in a bar.
Oh, I thought Jess was the girl that had the connection to that band that you really like, the punk band.
Submarine Screen Door?
Yeah, that one.
I don't really like them.
You like Submarine Screen Door.
I like them, I just don't really like them.
In the pit, in the
mosh,
mosh, in the mosh pit, pit or mosh,
Anyway,
wailing limbs. I forget.
broken teeth, jump right in until you bleed.
You did know.
Yeah.
You do know.
Guilty pleasure. Anyway.
Ah.
Yeah,
I still hate that song, though.
it's Andrew's favorite song.
Totally. Dr. Drewbag.
Would you stop doing that?
No, I'm like a cat. This is like a scratching post to me. I can't stop playing with the pop filter.
I will smack you in the face.
I'm chewing on it now. Okay. Ow. Anyway.
I warned you.
Yeah, so Andrew's like, this is like 2006, 2005, 2006, and he's like playing Shadow of the Closet, just came out. He gets a phone call. We all thought for sure it was his girlfriend. He's like, I'm okay, yeah, okay, cool. Hey, listen, I'm right in the middle of something. I'm fighting this really freaking epic monster right now, and it's really epic, and I just can't talk to you right now, okay? Okay, I'll call you back, bye. He just hangs up. And that's about the whole story.
Yeah,
anyway,
it wasn't.
Let's move on.
Last
Okay, so
topic.
Sony has confirmed that Spike from Ape Escape, Dante from Devil May Cry, Sackboy from Little Big Planet, and Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank will all be in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, their upcoming Smash Brothers clone, which, okay,
Okay,
Dante from Devil May Cry is kind of cool.
That's a good one.
Sackboy is really cool.
Ratchet is the man.
Ratchet
Sackboy
is
the
awesome.
man. What was the other one?
Spike from Ape Escape.
Is
Never
Spike
heard
one
of
of
it.
the monkeys from Ape Escape?
It was a series. No,
No, I know what Ape Escape is, but is he the main
Yeah, but he
character?
said he'd never heard of it, so I was,
Oh, okay.
I did say I'd never heard of it.
I remember Ape Escape.
yeah, it was,
You should be able to play as one of the monkeys. The main character is really forgettable and boring.
yeah. I couldn't have told you what his name was. I remember Ape Escape, but I couldn't have told you what his name was.
Yeah. We should,
All
you
I'm
should...
thinking of is the Grape Escape, the old board game from the 90s.
No. It should be one of the monkeys, and then you should have Crash Bandicoot.
Well,
Oh, heck yes.
Activision currently owns Crash Bandicoot,
Yeah.
and they said straight up, "We want Crash Bandicoot in this game."
Yeah, because
And then-
Crash Bandicoot isn't relevant anymore.
Well, Crash
That's
Bandicoot
true.
isn't relevant anymore, but having him in this game would be awesome.
What
for
about
PlayStation.
What about Rayman? Wasn't Rayman PlayStation originally?
No, Rayman was originally Atari Jaguar.
After that. That's something that mattered.
After that, yes, it was ported to the PlayStation.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
And then Rayman 2 was... God damn it.
Okay, someone's going back on the
Pause,
show.
please.
No, let it roll.
No, I don't
We're
want...
doing it live!
Ah!
Dude here.
Hey, bud, did you go down yet?
No, just about to.
Alright, I'm on my way out the door in a couple minutes, so I'll see you shortly.
Okay, and then it all worked out.
Alright, buddy, late.
Alright, late.
I'm gonna pause it. I'm pausing it now. Pausing. Pause.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
You're back. We're back.
He paused.
And if
We're
you
back.
got in the next 10
You got a
minutes,
text message from Izzle again.
just
Izzle!
freaking read on.
He probably wants to be your fake
Who else?
high school boyfriend.
Who else is confirmed in this game? Just those four?
No. Nathan Drake is confirmed.
Who the hell is that?
He's
From
the
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
So the really generic guy that has nothing special about
Uncharted
him.
is awesome.
Yeah, the game is fine. The character that is in this game is not.
I like Nathan Drake. I think
He's
fun.
got nothing special about him. It's just
That's what I like about him. He's just an ordinary guy who's very sarcastic.
But you shouldn't put
He's
him into
Chrono.
a cartoony fighter like that if he's just an okay guy, you know?
I'm just a regular,
Hey, if-
everyday, normal guy.
If Solid Snake can be in a cartoony fighter with a bunch of Nintendo characters.
But he's the only like normal guy, and he's still got a bunch of shit going for him, you know? What's Nathan Drake gonna have? A pistol, a punch, a kick? It's gonna be boring.
Well, I don't know. But Nathan Drake is in it. Big Daddy from BioShock is going to be in it.
Yeah.
The Fat Princess from Fat Princess. Chobits are from Chobit. Chobits are from Chobits.
Chobits are in fact from Chobits.
But the Fat Princess is going to be in it. Pretty sure Sly Cooper is in it.
Yeah.
Sly Cooper's a good choice.
Yeah, I think so too. Kratos is in it.
That's
Okay, that's cool.
That's fine.
That's pretty rad.
But that should be the only like dude character, you know?
Well, you can't really have this without having Kratos, because if there is a face of PlayStation nowadays, it's Kratos, you know?
Yeah.
What if GLaDOS were in it?
That would be interesting. Like, what would she look like? Because she's just like a computer hanging from the ceiling.
Well, she'd have legs, and that would be the only real modification. She'd just hang like indefinitely from like the top of the screen.
Arena.
Top of the screen, like freaking Deus Ex Machina, like on a crane.
But like I said, there are strong rumors that Crash Bandicoot's going to be in it, which would be very appropriate because for about 5 to 6 years he was Sony's mascot.
Yeah, like when
He's gonna be really overweight by now, you know.
when mascots were a huge deal, Crash Bandicoot was their mascot. Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot and Spyro.
You're just saying that because those were like the last
that's
of the great video game mascots.
That's the other thing.
Doesn't
Like
happen anymore.
Ratchet's not a great video game mascot.
I don't
No.
think PlayStation.
I
would
like
have
Ratchet.
He's a cool character. He's just not a great mascot.
I like Ratchet.
He's not synonymous with Sony.
I don't. He wouldn't be synonymous with anyone else though, because his video games have never been on any other
No, but
platform.
Sony's not synonymous with him.
Well, is
I
that
think
it?
Crash Bandicoot is more synonymous with Sony than Spyro.
I think the only
and
one
Ratchet
that
are.
actually
Yeah.
has like a real mascot nowadays is Nintendo with Mario.
That's freaking-
Mario is
he's-
still their mascot.
So-
Sonic
like
is
the
still
rolling-
Sega.
Yeah, that's true. But Mario is like the
but
freaking-
Sega's not.
Mario is like the Rolling Stones of the video game industry. I mean, it's just like you think you almost have to drive a stake through his heart to see if he's still alive.
Yeah. Also, I think Master Chief when I think Xbox.
Well, he did pretty much.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
that was the one launch game that everybody was nuts about for the original Xbox was fucking Halo, and then but then there weren't that many games that people were wild about until Halo 2 came out for it. I mean, Halo carried the original Xbox.
Who
It
gives
wouldn't
a
have
shit?
survived if it wasn't for Halo. Which I think is a little bit sad because it had some other very good exclusive games, like Knights of the Old Republic was amazing. I think it's the best game on the system.
KOTOR.
I
I think that's a cue to wrap it up.
but I
Yes,
think
it is.
they definitely need.
up! Wrap it up! I'm sorry, go ahead.
They definitely need to put Crash Bandicoot in this game.
He said coot.
It's just absolutely appropriate, and that's the character that people are most harping about is get Crash Bandicoot in this game. And
Absolutely.
it would be cool if they got Spyro too, and make him look like Spyro on like an upgrade, like a modern version of Spyro on the PlayStation 1, because they kind of tinkered with his look in later games that nobody gave a damn about because Insomniac didn't develop them. That's the simple truth. People quit caring about Spyro and Crash Bandicoot after they got out of the hands of Insomniac and Naughty Dog. Out of the hands of Insomniac and Naughty Dog, and off the
Insomnidog.
which is basically when they jumped from the PlayStation 1 to the PlayStation 2. The series still continued.
Yeah, for
Nobody
a while.
cared.
For a really long time.
They're still making games for. I mean,
Spyro, they are still making Spyro games.
they just recently did. What was that one where you collect the things? It's like the Spyro's first.
Skywalker?
Skylanders.
Skylanders, yeah.
Does it? And that game is like Spyro's first big, massive, successful game since
It's not even about Spyro.
Spyro 3, you know? And it's
Yeah.
not really about Spyro. Spyro just happens to be one of the characters you can collect in it and beat the game with if you want to.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of sad for a once massive, prominent star in the video game industry to fall to the point where his biggest hit in 10 years is a game that he isn't really the star of.
He's not real. He doesn't exist, actually.
It's a movie!
So,
It's not real!
okay, let's wrap this up. This has been another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick. With me this week was GameFace. Say goodbye, GameFace.
And now angry ticks shall fire from my nipples.
Whatever that means. Also, with us this week was Teabag. Say goodbye, Teabag.
Goodbye, and I had fun. And that's what's important.
That is what's important. Have fun playing video games. Have fun listening to people talk about video games. your mom. We will talk to you guys next week here on digital-delirium.com.